I'm going to show you how you can play Cuphead locally two-player. Now, the typical way you can play two-player locally on Cuphead is that you will need a keyboard, but of course, every computer have a keyboard. So once you have a keyboard, the thing you need to do to play two-player is that you need to have a controller as well. There is a way you can play with only one keyboard, but that's a different tutorial on the channel. So typically, you will need a controller like this, right? So any controller work, Xbox, PS4, Nintendo Switch, or whatever controller you have, as long as you can input to a computer, then it will work. So typically all you have to do is that you have to connect your controller here, connect it to your computer like this, and then once you have connected, make sure it's on, and then after it's on, just press any button, and then when I press the button like this, you can see it'll join right there on the screen. Now once player 2 has joined, of course, the player 2 will control it with this controller right here, meanwhile player 1 will continue to control it with the keyboard just like this. This is typically how you play Cuphead locally on two-player. Again, there is a way you can play it with only one keyboard, but that is a different tutorial because it will take quite a long and quite a couple of setup to actually play with one controller. You can also play two-player with two controller as well, but typically, so the most people only have one controller. So you can settle for just one keyboard and then one controller like this. So the second player will be using a controller, meanwhile the player will be using the keyboard. Or you can also just use two controllers as well, connected both to the computer, and then two-player can also use the controller just like that. After that, you can play like this normally, player one keyboard, and then the second player will use the controller like this.